Wait, emergent gameplay is gameplay that I am a specialist in. I always find things to do within the game. Like I always try and find like ways that I can make content in the game. So I said, what better way than to have a shootout with the entire family? Let's get some fizzy cans. Let's set them up as targets and let's shoot. Let's have a little fun. Let's have a contest. The winner was going to win a $25 Amazon gift card. And by the way, if you noticed here, guys, the $25 Amazon gift card is now here for the subs. So once we hit 50 subs, I'll give out that $25 gift card that I wanted to do. Apparently, we cannot do it in the game because I continually come up with great ideas that the tech cannot support yet. that it should support, and I'm glad he did this video on this.
Fun together while also making good use of the upcoming wallet-to-wallet transactions for betting maybe. And here, guys, I am suggesting a good old shooting range. Now, why a
Now, he's not suggesting the shooting range, okay? He's typing away right now. He's creating this false narrative right now, okay? I came up with the idea of the shooting range. Let's just get that straight.
shooting range, you may ask? Well, that idea came yesterday as DG360 and I had a score to settle. You see, DG stream sniped me a few days ago.
I did.
Just
it was
could
great.
Not tolerate that, so we kept...
It was wonderful. And he even does, like, I think he did a video of that as well. I was like, he called me like a fake pirate. He's like, I never see you play this game. You are no real pirate. So that just, that's been stoking in me for like a month. And I'm like, did he not watch Breaking the Dangerous? Does he not understand how serious I take my piracy? Like, I do it in a gentlemanly fashion, but this really stoked the fires, the embers inside of my heart. And I was like, all right. And it clicked a couple mornings ago when I was like, oh, he's streaming. Okay. And he's got some people that are familiar, part of this fam that watch him. And I'm like, I'm going to have some fun. So I went over in a Cutlass. He's in a Carrack and he's in a large mission with other NPCs. And I just kind of fly and they don't even recognize me for at least a good 2 to 3 minutes. And I'm shooting at him. Right. And then I ram into the back of his Carrack, almost blowing it up. Like the back end of his Carrack literally was red. It was really a fun time. Then I went to prison. I got out of prison. I went to Korea because he got a sex status, and then I killed him there. And I blew up their Carrack. I didn't even record it. I just did it for the fun. And so this is his narrative now. He's taking my shooting contest and he's saying that he thought of the idea. And oh God, this is great. This is great.
Came up with an idea to find out who had the biggest skills, and very quickly the idea of a shootout came out as a civilized way to settle our dispute. DG also invited members of his community to witness and take part of the event because why not at this point? So, how did we plan to do that, given the fact that there is no shooting range in the verse at this point? Well, we decided to buy...
Now, wait a second. An effigy says they already have a shooting range in the test bed. Not quite certain where that's at. Yeah, right. Effigy. Where exactly? The test bed? They used to have one long time ago, prior to, I think it was around the 2.0. Yeah, we've seen it. Oh, okay. Yeah. We can't get to it though. And we also had access to a gun range. I think it was like 2.0. Yeah, right. I say bring it back. And I did a video that didn't get nearly any attention. I think there was like only a couple hundred views on it, talking about how I would love to see the gun range for people. I mean, it just makes sense to put something in a couple places, or put them with the shops or something, right? Put it in every store, like Melchior says, right? Like, I do something like that, and then you got to worry about the armistice in the areas, and like, I'm sure that's something that could be done fairly easily, to code in an area. Right, try it before you buy it, and also put in there for fun. Like, I could have just had a great time having a shooting contest with you guys at a range, and we wouldn't have had to go through all this. Hours it took us, like literally hours. to do something like this. But the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come.
Buy some cans of soda and use them as our targets the good old-fashioned way. We also decided to use arc-light energy pistols for the contest. Of course, DG came late as he pretended that he had landed at New Babbage, which was our meeting point, but then magically appeared at Port Olisar. People would blame the servers for that, but I think that he was being too scared to
Wait, he knows. He knows. Because I literally landed. I landed. There's somebody in the comments who actually said he saw me land at Microsoft. And then the whole server went buggy on me. I had to log out. And when I come back in, I was at Port Olisar. I literally had to go. And this is prior to all the other technical difficulties, like the random security status I got. They wouldn't let me land at Microtech. The service doors below would not open for me. Thank you, Killian. Killian's here, everyone. Oh my God, Killian, we've missed you, dude. I know you have no time. I know you're probably stopping in. He's moving into a new place. Good to see you, bro. Thank you for stopping in, man. You're missing some serious fun. You're missing some serious fun. Okay, I hope you're watching everything. We miss you, dude. And good luck. He's moving into a new place with his girl. So thank you. Thank you for those bits. He comes in, he drops some cash just to say hello, and then he's off again. He's jet setting, man. Jet setting in Germany. That sounds like a cool movie. J-Dubs, what's going on, dude? Welcome to the stream, man. The fam. I love you guys. I can't wait for today's Inside Star Citizen, by the way. I got myself some beer, and we're going to look forward to it. Anyhow, technical difficulties abound on yesterday's shootout. And this is Erad's very, very false narrative.
From me. Anyway, we decided to head to the location of our shootout contest, a Ryani outpost located in the equatorial zone of the planet. That way, we wouldn't be bothered by the atrociously cold weather conditions, and DG would have had no excuse. Placing the target.
He didn't even know this place existed. I think it was because of Ash, who's in the chat right now. Ash was like, hey, here's a place. Ash takes his helmet off. It's like a temperate area of Microtech. I was like, this dude is sweet. Ash comes in, finds our perfect spot. And you remember Erad was saying, like, oh, this is great. Remember that, Ash? Ash remembers. I know, right? I love it.
It was a real pain in the backside. It took me a good 15 minutes to make sure that all 10 cans of soda were well placed for the contest.
Longer than 15 minutes. He's being very nice. It took a lot longer than 15 minutes to set those up. Yeah, right, Ash.
Test. Since DG was still far away from our location, I decided to conduct a test. I shot a can with my arc light to see
Did you see
if
that thing?
This would be...
Did you see that thing fly? Check this out. Watch him shoot this can. It's just like flies across the atmosphere.
I shot a can with my arc light to see if this would be working or not. And the good news was that it did work. The bad news was that it sent the can so far away that...
Yes. Yes, J-Dubs. This is his Natural Geographic voice. He wrote this script. He was so nervous, man. It was rather funny because he had DM'd me and he was like, please don't take anything personal. This is just RP. I go, dude, how long have we known each other, man? Erad was awesome. Like, Erad is awesome. Erad was very there for me when my mom got sick, and he wasn't even creating any content. And he would always be like, how are you doing? He'd ask me how everything was going when my mom was very ill for like 4 or 5 months. And I had this huge downtime where I couldn't post content out. And behind the scenes, Erad was always, checking in on me. And he was just very sweet. He was a really awesome dude to always check in like that. And then one day he's like, I wanted to make content. Like, you're the reason I want to make content. I was like, oh, dude, that's awesome. I'm like, go ahead and do it. Like, do it. So along the way, it's been nice to see him grow so fast. Oh my God. I got to ask him how he does it. I know he's not blacklisted like I am. Hey, what's going on, Anarchy? And then Anarchy in chat right now, who I haven't even had time to do all these really cool things with the green screen for him for all these new effects. I'm so sorry, Anarchy, dude. Like, I'll talk about Christy after this a little bit. Let's keep going with this narrative.
It was impossible to go look for it. After an eternity, DG finally arrived. From the get-go, I decided to show him my mood by sending him a flurry of F-55 bullets for the principal. After inspecting our shooting range, we decided that it was time to start our contest. Not everyone had an arc light, including DG.
Right,
or at least that's what he pretended, because
he locked onto me with an Animus missile launcher coming down, dude. I thought he was going to fire up at me.
I'm sure that he could be the type of scumbag to pretend not having one just to get one from me for free. And the gun went through the ground, so we tried a second time at a different location this time, and it slided towards a place where it would eventually clip through the ground one more time. We eventually decided to give the guns in the Karak. This time it worked, but our clients froze, making
my suggestion, let's do it inside the ship. When we came back out, all the cans were gone.
us thinking that we would crash to desktop, which somehow did not happen. However, upon returning to the improvised shooting range, we found out that all of our targets were gone, and DG's inventory was empty, despite him swearing that he had bought tons of bottles. That was it for me. The shootout was going to happen, and
no, he makes it very dramatic here. He literally told us in advance he was going to shoot. I'm standing there with my pistol like, where are the cans at? What happened? Where's this long-term persistence, right? And he just goes off.
And I decided to eradicate everyone. I took DG's gun because, you know, I'm not going to leave my arc light for free. And I left with his ship. What a waste.
And then he jetted with my gun. And then I wake up in the bed in the Carrick, and as I come out, I see my cutlass flying away. And then I told him, I'm like, dude, I go, where's my ship, man? And he's like, ah. Oh, I love it. The tone in his voice is the best. Like right before he kills people, like where he says like he eradicated. Like right in Uber nerd. Yeah, J-Dubs. Listen, that's funny, J-Dubs. Listen to this.
Tons of bottles.
He gets like,
that was it for me. The shootout was going to happen, and I decided to eradicate everyone.
It's that voice. I love it. He sounds like a little kid who's angry he doesn't have candy. I love it. The cutty was mine though. Right. He wanted to make it personal. He did want to make it personal. Oh my God, it was great. Oh, it was so good. So we gotta get him back. Like, I love this little feud between Erad and I. It's so great. It's so great. I told him, I'm like, dude, we need to like create some type of series where we're like playing in the game together, you know. Neither of us have any time in our lives. It's insane. So that's on Erad's channel. And I had a wonderful time like yesterday, even though we didn't get anything accomplished other than, you know, not true. Actually, we got a lot of like tests. We put some reports in, Erad and I, and the links are in the description about what's going on with, you know, a lot of the errors that we're seeing with the assets, with the object containers not lasting for any amount of time whatsoever. I did remember Cloud Imperium saying in 3.9 that they were going to pull back the long-term persistence that was out in 3.8. I don't know if Erad knows that. I think Erad was under the impression that that was still in the game. It's not currently. They pulled that back because they were having too many issues. And I think it's because there's too many assets loaded onto the server, and I think that takes the server down. I think that's why I think there's some connection with that and 30Ks as well. So server stability is something that is very, 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 very important for 2020.